Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome back to another episode of Voice of Youth. Oh my god, it has been a good while itself. Today's episode is actually a very general episode itself, something I wanted to make back in November, early November last year or so, because it's when it was like the freshest in my mind and I really wanted to talk about it. But this is easily something I'm going to talk about over several episodes itself. Just want to quickly clarify for people thinking, I'm going to come back and do more regular episodes. That was never my intention with Voice of Youth itself as well. Doing one episode a week or one episode every few weeks was like, a few weeks it made sense to me back then. But something's changed in my life and I found it even harder to have the time to do it, have the effort to be able to like make a video, get other people on to join the video and everything like that. And also, like I've said in previous videos, if you are a youth out there and you want to talk about something, please do reach out, because it is very difficult to get youth, to get people to come in and talk about these topics, talk about anything they want. So if you are out there and you have that drive, please do reach out to me, because not even about having a video to put out there, just having a topic to talk about, discussion amongst youth, is a very important thing that we just don't really have apart from within our close group of friends. But within those close group of friends, you can only have so many opinions, so many perspectives, and I believe it is important that we broaden those perspectives to kind of understand a wider range of views that could honestly, for the better or worse, could affect us, could affect the people around us. Most of the time it will be for the better, but it's all about how you perceive something. And that's what I'll try to focus on in today's episode, perception. Obviously, I am, just a young man who's giving his opinion out here. Anything that I say, it isn't, coming from some professional kind of view, not coming from any medical understanding of certain situations, from my personal experiences, whatever little knowledge I do have about these grander kind of topics itself. So don't go out there thinking Kirtan said this, or taking it as, it is fact and 100% is my opinion, my understanding. So with that said, perspective itself. Why did I want to make this in late October, early November? Because during that period, a bit before I actually wanted to make that video itself, I got a full-time job. And when I got that full-time job, the world shifted completely. Working 9 to 5, going into the city, a bit over an hour to go and then a bit over an hour to come back and everything like that. So a lot of my time was shifted elsewhere. And you're probably wondering, if you're a kid out there or a younger person out there, maybe you're not working necessarily. If you are old enough that you're still studying and working, that's cool. You can still apply this to both your work situation. But for anyone that is studying in school, high school, primary school, anything like that, you can apply this to that situation, your school situation. You can apply this to really any situation. It's about what you want to do with your time and how you want to view the time that you have. One thing that I started to live by when I started getting this full-time job is that you have what time you make. I don't know if that's a quote by someone else out there. It's just simply something that I was like, you know what? I have the time that I make. So whatever effort I'm going to put into anything, I'm going to get only that effort, that chance to do it if I try for it. If I want to go out and go to Preston Market with a mate, I'm going to get that chance if I put in the effort to go and do it. If I want to go bowling with some friends, I'm only going to be able to do that if I put aside the effort to make sure I can make that time, to make sure I, have that drive. I'm not lazy, I'm not, I can't be bothered going, I'm tired from work. No, if I am really tired and I won't want to do something, I won't do it. And you shouldn't force yourself to do something you don't feel like doing either. But in my perspective, it was like, if I would like to do something, I gotta have that strong determination to make sure, I can do it. I will put aside my time here to make sure I can get it done. And so this perception of that I have what time I make really affected and really brought about a good change in my lifestyle itself. I started seeing my friends or, whoever, family more often. Like family, I'm always seeing my family, but as I'm going out and doing things with friends and family more often, I found myself saying, you know what, I want to make sure I'm living life. I want to make sure I'm out there trying these things or going out and doing things more often. And it brought about, like I said, a positive change, because I felt a bit more satisfied with everything. I didn't feel like I was just working, coming home sleeping, going back to work the next day, coming home sleeping, going back to work the next day. But that lifestyle where you do go to work 9 to 5 isn't necessarily a bad thing. when I say, you know, I'm tired from work or anything like that, or, you know, I want to make sure I'm living life, it doesn't mean you can't live life while doing that work. I enjoy the work that I do, and a lot of people who do out there, like, really love what they do. So it's not when you're going there, you don't feel like, oh, this is such a drag, or this is something I really don't want to do. Some people out there might be like that, and you can always strive to get out of that situation. You know, sometimes it's harder than it can be for other people, but the goal is to have that determination, to have that view out there that I can, you know, achieve what I would like. I can get what I want if I really do try. It might take a long time for me to get to that point, but as long as I keep trying, I will get there. So the concept of having, you know, what time you make for yourself is one that I started to live by then. One other thing that I thought about, this was actually a concept, or I guess this kind of ideology or this viewpoint I had, I actually thought about in like March in last year, so March 2022. And I wrote it down on my phone. Anytime I have concepts, I write these things down in my phone. Any like perspectives or views, anything I'm gonna just that I feel like is very knowledgeable for myself. And I advise people to do the same. Just write down your thoughts, write them down. We've got smartphones, you know, why do we have this technology that we can use to this, you know, full potential when we don't really do it? So I'm just gonna, you know, paraphrase this quote itself, because it's a long as one. So I'm just gonna like take bits here and there. Maybe one day if you know me in person, I might share with you the full thing that I wrote down. But for now, I'll just say this. In everyone's life, there's a wall we have to overcome. You might be there scratching away at it, trying to jump over, trying to break through. But scratching away, breaking through it hurts you, so you try to climb. You've got people to help you climb. Sometimes you might not realize they're always there. And they can only do so much to help you because sometimes your feet are still planted on the ground and you don't realize it. But after you get over that wall, there's still another one before you. There always will be. The goal isn't to get over it once, but make it easier for yourself every time a new wall appears. Eventually, it will be like there is no wall there at all. So putting aside time, you know, isn't just putting aside time with your family, with your friends, it's putting aside time for yourself. If you have something you want to do, if you have something that you feel like would benefit you, make sure you put that time aside. That wall might not necessarily be something that you need people's help to climb over. You can simply do it yourself, because maybe it's as small as, you know, like writing in a journal. Maybe it's as small as you want to practice a sport or something like that, or you want to practice playing the tabla or anything like that. Small things like that you also have to make time for. So with this episode itself, I'm going to try to end it out here, and hopefully I haven't been too in general. Hopefully I've tried to stay to the topic, because like I said, this is a really broad topic itself, and I have a lot I want to share, but I also may be a little rusty considering this is something I wanted to talk about months ago. I hope you have gained something. Hopefully you can understand the perspective. If you do want to know a little bit more about what I was trying to say, please do reach out. I'm here to help anyone and everyone. I'm here to share my opinions, have discussions, talk to people, and everything like that. So Voice of Youth will be carrying on. We'll be doing episodes every so often. Whenever I'm able to get them out there, if someone's wanting to come and do an episode with me, come and message me, join me, and we'll talk about what you'd like to talk about. And that's the thing, really, like, you have what time you make. So thank you all for joining me. Make sure you like the video, comment down below, share your thoughts itself, share it around and everything like that. So until next time, Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.